Welcome back, everyone. Ronan here. And since XCOM 2 will be out, I believe tomorrow, I probably won't be coming back to this game for a little while. I don't know how long. So just in case, I wanted to release a guide on classes and potential builds and what my thoughts were on the builds. So I'm going to do it all as a one video, then I'll split it per class and put it into a playlist. So here goes. View Soldier, there's 8 classes we're going to cover. So we're going to start with Medic. Gene mods. I only have one that is not unlocked now. I think this one was. It used to be Mimetic Skin. Mimetic Skin is gone. Now it is Iron Skin. It will give you damage reduction, which would be pretty good on almost every soldier. I gotta find out who gives me this though. Still, neural dampening would be bonus to will, only for defensive purposes. If you're finding your soldiers are low will and you're fighting ethereals and commanders, this would be a good one to get. This one, it just makes your soldiers be able to heal a bit more, and you're immune to poison and acid. I think there's only acid in this game really now. But for plus 3 hours mission fatigue, this is actually pretty good if you have issues with poison and acid. I know that previous armors in vanilla will actually have built-in systems to counteract poison and acid. I'm not sure if this is true in this version still. If the armor does still provide these things in late game, I know there's also items that prevent you from having the poison affect you. Later on, it may be useless. I think this would be a better selection once you start dealing with sectoid commanders and ethereals. Alright, for your eyes. Hyper-reactive pupils, basically when you miss a shot, you get a bonus 10 to aim on your next shot. Or I guess it's maybe for the whole time. I've never actually used this. To me, you use this on a character that has really low aim. Maybe an infantry because they get to shoot twice. Snipers, probably not. Snipers or scouts, I would probably get height advantage, get an extra boost, 5% aim. 5% you may think is not much, but also the crit chance, if you're not really missing much with that character, I would recommend getting depth perception. Chest, secondary heart. Highly recommend secondary heart because instead of dying, basically, you go into critically wounded, which basically saves your soldier, and you won't get the will reduction. Which once you start building a psionic soldier later on in the game, definitely want to give them this because every time you get critically wounded, you lose will, which is detrimental in the long run for having your psionic soldiers. And even for any soldier that you're trying to fight ethereals with, you need to have as high of will as possible. So this is almost a must. The adrenal neurosympathy, whenever you kill something, then you get a bonus, you get heightened effects. Now, whether or not this great, generally, unless you're like really stranded and your group is really close together, because there's a certain range for it to work. So if you were playing a sniper, I wouldn't get this. If you're playing an assault or a scout, maybe, as long as they have people with them. Often enough, my assaults don't have anybody with them, so can't really say I would recommend this. So if you're playing more of a melee class, then yes, maybe go for this one. Like I said, secondary heart is amazing. So especially losing that will, not worth it. And you don't want to lose that soldier, especially playing in Iron Man mode. Lose that one soldier that is kind of your key player. That sucks. Bioelectric skin will basically show you enemies on the map through a wall. So if you're close to an enemy and you just haven't spotted them out yet, it would actually show you where they are. Now, for sure it's not on the map. I think it's on the actual the visual in the cloud. The visual in the fog of war. So definitely have a look at this one. It's worth it. Now with how the damage reduction works in this game, this may actually be worth it also. It would prevent you from taking those huge hits, and even those small little hits from like a drone or a seeker, you may actually mitigate the whole damage. I think it's 1 or 2 damage reduction. If you think about it, for those small sectoids, it's actually pretty good. Muscle fiber density, love it. Especially if you play somebody with a heavier armor, it would allow you to jump without having a grappling hook. Even if you're trying to jump multiple tiers in one jump, that happens sometimes. I would recommend this one because you get freedom of movement to pretty much wherever you want. really handy. Adaptive Bone Marrow looks nice, but this only regenerates 2 HP per turn to the max without armor. Now what that means is regenerate a maximum of 6 health. Now plus 2, I'm assuming is through her armor. Still, that's not very high if you factor in that other aliens, they heal like 3, 4, 5 without limits because I don't think they have armor on technically. And it just keeps going for them. For you, it may help a little bit if you combine it with Iron Skin. But if you're planning on using heavy armor, definitely go with Muscle Fiber Density. That would be amazing. If you're playing somebody that is using the grappling hook or the Archangel armor where you can fly, then yeah, maybe you'd be willing to get this one. And at the same time, if you're playing Archangel armor, then depth perception will be better because you'll always be higher than the enemy. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to upload tips, tricks, guides, try to improve your gaming experience. We're trying to build a community together to actually share all those tips and tricks together and build that community together to maybe one day help those developers that aren't trying to gouge us with first day DLC and they want more money out of us, pay to win, all that stuff. We want gaming companies to actually care about the games and not just trying to make a quick buck and gouge us with their prices. Have a great night, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.